Okay. This is the first time I'm running Pendragon on my new computer. I think everything's going well. Can you all hear me? Can you, Jim, Colin, can you hear me? Okay, they can hear you though. Oh, I know why. Because
I can
there.
still hear you.
Okay. Let's see if they can. Isn't this awesome?
Yep.
Yeah, they can hear you now. Okay, I'm getting the green lines. Yep. The don't trust whatever default says. Okay.
Better.
Yeah. All right. With that out of the way, it has been a long time coming. Welcome to episode 128 of the Great Pendragon Campaign. Uh, if we're still in the tournament period, is the year 549 as we're getting started. Um, does anyone at all remember what we were doing 4 months ago?
Hmm. Uh yeah, as I recall, uh as part of the shift from Acewin to Archie, uh you were gonna look into whether or not I get like 500 Libra a year or like
Shut up.
400 a year
Shut the barn door.
from the new duchy that I think
Yeah.
the Frisian duchy or two that I get.
Yeah, that sounds right. You're getting just the entire economy of Phrygia shipped to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's right. No. Okay. So what's going on as a quick recap is Arthur's heir passed away. I think two sessions back.
Mhm.
The kind of like weakly bastard in a jousting accident. Because of which now there's sort of like a secession quasi crisis. And that happened last session. During the feast that you all were putting on in Sarum, uh, it kind of got resolved. The question was whether, because by right, um, it's the heir is supposed to go to like Wayne or Agravain, like the eldest Orkney, like based on the mother's
Mhm.
side, so it's still like stuff. Well, everyone didn't like that because obviously they were pagan, and so uh, there's a sort of quasi truce of right, nobody was rebelling about this, but Arthur's like, you know, no, like no, I'm gonna have my peace, and that's
Yeah.
so that's sort of where things are. It was kind of tense, but holding over the course of this year, at least through the winter. But obviously, people are not super happy about it. There's definitely a rise in religious fervor during this time. I've already been kind of foreshadowing that for a while, but
Mhm.
even more so than ever, you know, is the time for Christianity to, finally coup de grace these old ways of Britain. Um, so that's kind of what's going on that end. Good news though, this spring, uh, Archie, three families from over there have come to not just Sarum, but have literally come at the invitation of your scrivener,
Mhm.
Malcon.
Mhm.
They have come over and they are requesting to get set up at your house or like like in your manor stead, as just like, hey, can we just hang out here for a little bit, like for the like kind of like for half a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
No.
sort of a
No hesitation there. I think. Are these visitors? Are these three knights from over there, or like they're just esquires, or just elves?
actually they are a troop, as well as like also maybe like part troop, part caravan. So they'll put on plays and stuff like that, and little contests and bouts, while also
Not not reputable folk. Then I
also
see.
selling wares. Yeah, probably. I
Oh no, are these peddlers from over there?
They
Don't.
are elven peppers.
Oh,
Does this change your math at all about hospitality?
no, because Archie doesn't realize it until it's too late.
Yeah.
I think he's like very excited and he hears that they've set up and is like, why did they set up in town? And someone's like, oh, you just bought this interesting tree. And it's like, what? You bought something from them?
My currency in my manor?
Yeah. Oh no.
My
They're
God.
peddling?
Gotta put an end to that.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe it's just the nature of like fairy and like the other side. It's like here, peddlers are the devil, and over there,
They're the
like
angels.
they're actually good. Yeah.
Mm.
So
this is true for Cadwalla and anyone in Cadwalla's family as well. A lot of people are going to be flocking up to your homestead here, your manor, because for sale are a trio of elven horses, plenty of linens and of elven make, as well as jewelry, which is guaranteed authentic trademark.
See now,
This is it all over Sarum or just up and down the Bourne?
Up and down the Bourne. So like they're not going to be staying at your place 100% of the year, but like for purposes of if they ever need a place, you're signing on being responsible for them. Is the idea, right?
Yeah, and that there's benefit to being the one who does that.
Exactly, huge. But
elven horses, you say, and jewelry, you say.
yes.
Both of those things are attractive. I mean, like at least one elven horse to swell out my herd and get some interesting blood in the mix. And would we be able to say for next feast that when I pay for like jewelry for the year and stuff that it's the elven jewelry?
Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense that you'd be wearing it fresh.
All right, cool. And that's just how many horses can I get for how much?
Well, they literally have 3 elven horses. They brought with them that are studs for sale.
I think I'd actually bring in a Cholderton for that. I mean, like if you want to talk horses, you got to talk Cholderton. And like bring Cadwalla down and be like, I'd love your opinion on these horses. Like I'm looking to buy 2 of them if you want to buy the third,
Yeah. I mean, I only have 11 myself.
11 elven horses? Never fucking mind. I'm keeping them 3. Fuck you.
I don't know. I might want an extra.
Nope. I'm buying all 3. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I have literally the one. I have Peas Blossom. That's it.
Yeah, me and the stable groom will come and check them out for you. Let them know if they're good. Let you know if they're good.
You're getting a brooch. That's what you're getting.
Yeah.
You're getting a horse-shaped brooch.
Yeah, I mean, there's cloth.
Oh.
Do they have like is it just the horses or do they have like saddle and tack and like I guess mostly it's just like can we talk shop with these folks over there?
Yes, but no, they didn't. They don't have saddles or anything like that for sale. They didn't bring like any sort of the leatherworking. Again, these are for like breeding, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, maybe we talk to them and be like, "Hey, like when you go home, you got any tradesfolk who might be interested in coming out here and making some stuff for us?"
Yeah, they're a little busy, and because this is the first time these families are coming over, they weren't they couldn't really take the time off. Didn't know if it would be worth it. But if there's a demand, I can come back and convince them to come out here this way next year.
There's a demand for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see.
The head. Sorry, the head of the families here is Blue Pepper. That's who you're talking to.
Fantastic. All right, Blue Pepper. How much it costing for these 3 horses?
Oh, we'll sell them to you very well. If you got because you're buying all 3 of them, we'll sell them to you for, let's say, 75 of your of
Been
King
long
Arthur's
enough
gold.
where I don't remember what a good price for horses is.
It's about 20. That's a pretty good deal. Like normally
That's a
they're
pretty good
around
deal. Yeah.
like I think each
These
would
are
be about
chargers?
30. Yeah. Yeah. Each of these would be about 30.
Okay.
And so you're getting 3 for 25.
Okay.
So they're cutting you a deal.
Cool.
Yeah.
Would
Get
they
you an extra
accept like
2D.
would they accept like 3 for 70 if they get like any firstborn children they saw on the way in that they're interested in, like any changeling situations that catch their eye? No, okay, 75.
The deal, yeah. No, their deals don't go down that way. please take my little Pedrogs.
There's too many. We got too many Pedrogs in this town.
Please.
Yeah, we got a baby that didn't cry at the last peddler that came through, so we just take that one.
That's a bad batch.
That one ain't right. That's
that one's born under a bad sign for sure. That one.
Okay, let's name these elf horses then to track them.
They have names if you want.
Okay.
But obviously they're breeding horses, just like if you got a dog from a breeder or something like that, they have ostentatious names, so you feel free to change them to what you want. The first one's Wildmane. The second one is Swift Silver. And then the last one is Rapid Bolt.
Rapid Bolt?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll assume they're all the 7 years. I mean,
yeah.
Got the 7 years of grace. Cool. Wildmane, Swift Silver, and Rapid Bolt.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was just like agreeing with you, not hearing what you were saying. No, they definitely do not have that. These horses are not, while they are charger bred, they are not trained as a charger yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you will have to train them. They're literally breeding horses, right? They've never been ridden in a joust. They've never been ridden on a race. They've never been ridden on a train or a plane, right?
No, when I said grace period, you have 7 years before you really got to worry about them.
Oh, see,
dying.
Okay, never mind. I thought you said they started at 7 years or whatever, of like they're ready to go, But no, no. To be clear, they are, perspectives. Yeah. So you just bought up their entire horse stock.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
They have jewelry. They have
shit.
It's like when you're at the store and you see the like Entenmann's like Danish thing. It's like 3 for $1. It's like, is this a good idea? Price. I don't know, but I'm buying.
Yep, send it, brother. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, Kadwala, for the spring for you, you get some time to spend with your own interests. So I was going to ask you to pick from some of these skills to go ahead and check. And actually, I'm sorry. I'm rereading my notes here. Go ahead and check these 4. But then I'm going to ask you about some questions about it. So singing, fairy lore, compose, and play instrument.
Singing, fairy lore, compose, play instrument. All right.
This is you spending the winter and early spring here, just having time to get in touch with your creative side, right? And dabbling. But my question here is, while you're working on your creatives, and where are you drawing your inspiration from, or like your muse? Like, do you think it's coming from like your family? Is it coming from religion? Is it coming from internal or like external kind of sources?
That's a good question.
Or even
I think.
Right?
I'm thinking a combination of love of family and honor are 2 highest passions. This, composing some songs about like the a knight's duty to their family, to be an exemplar, to be a guiding sort of figurehead, just praising the knight as head of household is, I think, the themes we're going with here.
Okay. Can you do me a quick check or test of honor for me?
Yeah.
to represent how much you're feeling it. Okay, grand. All right, it's not coming from a place of fear or doubt. Awesome.
And I think like the last year I had gone and done some mercenary work essentially on the continent. And I think that's what Cadwalla, there's nothing else going on. I think she's wanting to take her little expeditionary force over Brittany or Normandy whenever there's an opportunity.
Sure.
Because they got they got wars going on over there, yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, we'll keep doing that until it's like, no, you got to stay home.
Yeah.
Did we talk about her going over and helping my relatives in Phrygia? I remember sending someone to Phrygia.
I think we'd mentioned. I'm looking back through my notes, and I've got like an expedition. Okay, yeah, I have a note here that says Cadwalla gathering volunteers for expedition to Phrygia in 549.
Okay, yeah, I'm not crazy.
That was
it was like, oh, if you want to fuck shit up, like, I got family over there.
Yeah, they'd be thrilled to get,
because we just commissioned those 2 warships that she had commissioned a few years ago. Are ready now, we got to take those crews out and
like to put it in a perspective here, right? If you're like kind of like a no name, like no offense to your father-in-law here, but like if you're kind of like a no name low king, right, of Frisia, and Arthur pays attention to you, and you get a knight from Arthur, that's like you get like a carrier battle group. You know what I mean? Like being led by a round table knight, like you get an adventure to show up on your team. Wow.
Yeah. So maybe he'll crack a fucking smile next time he visits. Like,
Oh, right? Yeah. Oh,
humorless. Fuck.
There is my son-in-law. Like, why does he not show his face? Like, so awesome. Yeah. Killer. All right. But let's do Feaster before you get sent out.
Yeah.
All right. And due to technical difficulties here, I don't have the screen for the viewer to see the game screen and stuff like that. So we're just gonna talk it out, the feast map and the like. I don't think it changes that much,
It makes me want to quit the game, but yeah, it doesn't change that much.
Yeah, I'll commission. There was those merchants were selling like cloth and jewelry. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, this definitely this year is from some duds from over there.
Ooh,
got that.
Do we
that
like
fairy drip?
Yeah. Do we like collaborate on like getting like a unified look on the Born of like we're all like all the members of the Born are going to be like like we're all doing like the same kind of neck ruff.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry to interrupt you. Real quick. What is everyone's age this year?
This year 35.
35. Yeah, we're mid-30s, right? Cadwalla is a little younger.
I've got 38 for Cadwalla.
Oh, the other way around. Okay. Archie's a little younger.
I didn't know she was that much older than Archie, but I don't know.
Born. Shit, when was I born?
5 in the teens.
Well, this is me auditing my math. So I'm looking at Acewin's sheet.
5.
Entourage. Archibald, like born 5/13.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so 2 years. That's 5'11" for Cadwalla.
Yeah. Oh, so I should be 36, or you should be 37.
No, I'm 38.
You're turning. Well, you turn that at the end of this year.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. That's what it is. Everybody's birthday's in winter.
So you're technically 1 year younger than the current year of play, because at the end of this year of play, you get older. Yeah. Everyone just has. Yeah. Man, could you imagine being in a nursery in King Arthur Pendragon in December? Going to the, oh my God.
Everybody's
yeah.
presents are tough.
Be wild. Okay.
Yeah, I'll spend some money on.
Oh yeah, I'm so not I'm so out of the loop when it comes to the new Roll20. I haven't used Roll20 in so long. I forgot I need to drag you all to the feast map for us to play.
Right. Okay, so first up, fashion roll.
Roast baby swan, meat tiles, and wafers.
You get a +1 from that, and then +3 from jewelry. Pretty close for column out. I fucking resent that. Like it's true, but I resent that.
You're out of line, but you're right.
Yeah. Come on, chat. Get fucked. That's true. I just think math is inherently homophobic. So that's me. Okay.
Yeah.
This week I had to remember how to add fractions together.
Gross.
Lowest common denominator shit. I was really upset about that.
Oh, the crit of appearance. The Elven garb fits you very well.
I mean, it makes sense. My Fae is 19. I mean, 18. No, I think it's 19.
Yeah.
Really? Your fairy passion?
Yeah, my Fae passion is 19.
I think you
like never come back.
You need to go ahead and test that. I feel like you're compelled. Given this, yeah. Okay, for sure.
So I spent 7 instead of 5 on my clothes. All right, here we go. Near the salt. You're sitting with the king, crusty old Arthur.
And think of all of the oppressed silver miners and then like tinsmiths and stuff all over this continent paying for your ability to buy elven clothes. Sorry, it's kind of
yeah.
Oh man, don't worry. Pax Arthuriana though.
So Archie is at the high table, right, for the crit?
Yeah, it's a different game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Means I can't draw cards. No cards.
Tragedy.
But lies the crown.
Am I going first?
Yeah. I do. Yeah, I love the idea.
I go first because I'm seated higher.
That's also true.
It's order of honor within
the seating positions.
Yeah.
Right. This is an incredibly tense feast, given the political situation.
Yeah, I think
Lancelot's still missing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know we saw him when Cadwalla went mad a year or so ago. He's still out there.
Correct. Yeah. Remember he jumped out a window?
Yeah.
I
wonder if Guinevere found out about his second family.
Yeah.
I think Archie's actually going to spend this first round of the feast kind of looking for the fracture points. Like, it's tense up here. What are the buttons that could be pushed that makes this thing pop off, so I can make sure no one fucking pushes those buttons?
Oh yeah.
You know. So I'm gonna roll.
Any notable guests?
Nope.
Regulars.
Oh fuck me.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Okay, so which of these various fracture points do you end up cracking on? Is my question when you fumble intrigue here. Man, that's so funny.
Yeah, Archie just like wanders up to the table with a glass of wine and be like, "So where's Lancelot?"
Yeah. Okay. So
not now.
That one is, so asking about Lancelot, not as bad as currently there's an issue with King Mark and Tristram. So that's one fracture point. The second one is definitely the Orkneys, and they're on they're very tense. They're on a knife's edge here about they're kind of waiting for Arthur to tap them, knowing what this is. So
yeah, I think it's the Orkney thing that
okay.
I fumble on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think just like kind of it's like don't bring up the thing that everyone's waiting for. It's like
there's a
it's
third
like I
one.
feel like I jinx it. Oh, what's the
Okay.
third one?
Oh, sorry, but there was a third one. Mordred has politely asked if he can make a speech after the end of the second round.
Oh,
Oh
it's got to
no.
be Mordred then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
so you wave him on and put him on the guest list for the second round. Yeah.
I remember I've had my eye on Mordred for a while.
Yeah.
Of just like this kid is an asshole, and
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's definitely the Mordred thing where I'm like, you know what? We're gonna mend bridges here. We're gonna mend fences, and yeah, Mordred should definitely make a speech.
Yeah.
Absolutely, um,
The,
make a
he
speech before the Orkneys.
yeah. He has a promise. He says he has an idea about how he can keep the Orkneys in power without pissing off the Welsh. Right.
Okay, yeah,
Right. Because
and
here's the
Archie's
issue.
like,
Yeah. Go ahead.
Archie's like, oh yeah, no, I'll introduce you for the speech then. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't no need to tell me the content of it.
Yeah. You wave him on. You're good.
Yeah,
You're feeling your clothes.
yeah, I'll yeah. Here's a stamp with my signature on it. Just whatever you need.
Yeah. It's a blank check. Yeah, I love this. Yeah, this is so good. Right. So before I lost it, before I lose it, the thought in my mind here is that one of the major issues with putting an Orkney in power here is absolutely that the Wales. Remember Pelinor's family? They and the Gawains have been, feuding.
Yeah.
Recently, Agravain killed his own mom. Remember that? Like that was not that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like so there's this big tension here, and basically Wales would probably rebel if or not accept. They would have to be forced to accept an Orkney on the throne. But if that's happening, then you think you can probably bet that King Mark Shore shit is probably either going to stay out of it, as well, or throw in his lot, which whoever is is going to win to get kind of his glory back, because he's been kind of in the doghouse for a while, right? So like you can already see kind of shit fracturing ahead of you here. So that's why like everyone's trying to come up with a way to avoid this fate, you know. Frankly, everyone thinks things are going good. Besides, that would be far off. These kids will figure it out.
Yeah, yeah, we got time.
Yeah,
We got plenty of time.
The reports, yeah, all the reports show that things won't be really bad for another 30, 40 years. Right. Okay. So, anyways, that was my piece.
Okay.
Wallace cards.
So there's all kinds of drinking going on. I drew four. One of them's a host, but the other cards were mead. A large keg of fine mead is brought in and opened. Excellent wine, very good wine is served at your table. You'd have to roll indulgent at a bonus. And then the other was a gentlewoman wants to talk about Cadwall's clothes, but the host calls for a toast, perhaps trying to preempt whatever Mordred has going on, steal some of his thunder. So it's courtesy all players opposed. Yeah. So everybody rolls courtesy.
Everyone rolls
This
courtesy.
Honestly, that seems like the type of feast where everyone does need to be on their best behavior.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fast.
That would be a crit for me, but for my genealogy bonus.
Yeah.
Colin, before I forget, Archie should absolutely be checking trusting for that intrigue.
Yeah. Okay. What is trusting? Boom. I'm already 11 out of 7 trusting, so this is trending. This is starting a trend. It's not good to be a would-be spy master who takes people at their word.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Beautiful. All right. So everyone's courtesies are good.
Yeah, I passed. So I get 1 geniality. It's partial success 1, geniality success 2, critical success 3, and then the winning character gains an additional +2.
Okay.
I might get +2, you say?
Yeah, I don't know if there's anybody else making part of the toast.
Yeah, I feel like everyone up near the. All right, I'm gonna roll an Orkney. Let's see how Agravain goes.
Did we figure out how to parse this card? Because partial success is when you succeed on your skill but don't beat others, right? Don't beat the opposed. Yeah. A success is when you beat the opposed, but then the card also says the winning character gains +2.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird because it's like if you succeed, then that means you're the winning character. You would get 4
de facto. Yeah, like
but you could also succeed with a crit, I guess. So there's 2 conditions you could win, I guess, or you could also not get crit. Right. Like you could crit and still not win.
Yeah. How we doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
I didn't win, so like
yeah. Sagramore will end up taking the feast with the politest one after both Agravain and Tristram. So I think what happens here and what this kind of looks like is we give these speeches, and then obviously Agravain has a kind of an incendiary because he fails, right? So he's kind of has an incendiary kind of speech alluding to stuff, and then Tristram tries to step in and be a peacemaker, and it's kind of mediocre, and then everyone expects Sagramore to like rebuff him or whatever, but instead he kind of like diffuses the situation in a way that's like, oh wow, like he played that very well. Just imagine what he said. It was probably really cool.
Yeah. Let's hear Mordred's speech.
Yeah. Okay. So after the toasts, we have a Mordred gets the floor. Like Kay announces to the high table, Sir Mordred of Orkney is here to say a few words. And he tries to command the attentions of the tables, but is unsuccessful at getting everyone's attention at start. And then Arthur kind of like, hey, everybody, like, listen to him. And everyone's like, and even Arthur's like, what's it kind of, he's not touching his forehead, but he's definitely politically bracing or, in a crash brace position, spiritually. Yeah. Right. Well, Mordred definitely has a couple paperworks with him. In fact, he has like his squire with him who has is holding some sort of tome, and you can see several papers and things hanging outside of it.
As the papers come out, Archie's sitting there like, I may have fucked up.
Yeah, and Mordred announces that he has done research into the line of Arthur and has come to a startling revelation that Arthur has been lying to everybody. And that makes everybody be like, what the fuck? Like, get him out.
Archie
Everyone stops. Everyone stops. Like,
Archie is doing his best to become part of the chair. He's
everyone's
trying to fucking melt into this thing.
And it's Arthur who holds everyone back to be like, no, he's still permitted, but out with it because you're on thin ice, right? Saying, yeah, well, it's like, thank you, my king. You were lying to everyone that you had 2 sons, and that isn't true. You had 3.
Oh
And
shit.
this is the part where everyone's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
like the bishops are like, "Sir, no, that's not true." Like, kind of stuff. And he's like, "I have written testimony that my bishops will of Orkney will swear to and everyone like you can't even hear what he's saying, right? As everybody is like erupting, being like, "What the like? Who is it? Who is out with it?" And he says, "I am your kid."
Mm.
I am your
place,
son.
Mordred. Time and fucking place.
Yeah. And I am your son, and I demand to be recognized. And Arthur's gonna probably call a recess. He's gonna be like, I don't know what like.
Oh,
I think Archie is definitely spurred a little bit.
I need everybody. Hang on. Sorry. Yeah. I think everybody needs to make some sort of like, not necessarily temperance check, but like irrational check, right? Prudent, reckless. Like reckless. Yeah, sorry, that's the one. I was circling. I was circling that part of the dartboard. I couldn't remember the name of it. Whoa, okay. Oh wait, that's good. Failing your reckless is good. Yeah, you are part of the chair. Wait, that's good.
I think Archie, like the direness of the situation, just a switch gets thrown in Archie's head, and it's like, okay, business time. Like,
yeah,
all right.
Let's just say, because you two have failed your reckless test, you're not part of this group, but several other distinguishable knights probably lose a couple points of honor based on their outrages and threats and discourtesies thrown to Mordred and even to the High Table. Like, maybe not as direct as they are to Mordred, but yes, very much out of line. Right? A lot of people are out of line right now.
In the hubbub, I want Archie to try and isolate Mordred briefly for a what the fuck was that?
Okay, I need a social maneuver test to get to him, right? Because obviously there's a lot of things going on, and so you need to figure out a way to
courtesy jujitsu to get through the
no, because the problem is that there's like really angry, violent people who are trying to get to him, right? And so obviously like his men at arms and stuff are kind of, and like even the priests and courtiers are like hang on, like giving him space, right? So you can imagine that the foyer is like nobody's sitting down, right? Everybody's trying to enclose on him. Yeah, I think energetic actually would work.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't have to force your way through or duck or dodge. You just slipstream it, right? You see your shot and you just walk with purpose. And yeah, you can get to Mordred.
Yeah, and it's going to be twofold of like, one, what the fuck was that? Why wouldn't you give me a heads up if that's what you're going to say? And number two, like, why now? Like, what is it you're trying to accomplish here? Because it's either something that I don't understand, or you're really bad at this, and you need to listen to me now to get out of here fucking alive.
It appears I underestimated you. I figured you would have figured this out by now. You being such a spy master. Oh,
figured what out? Wait, did I know about Mordred parentage? No. Right. No, I knew about Lancelot thing, but not
this. Was entirely obfuscated from you.
Yeah.
Nobody saw this coming.
Yeah. I think Archie's going to sidestep and be like, doesn't matter what I knew. I knew that this is not the time nor the place to bring this sort of thing up.
Nonsense. The court of Camelot during Feaster is the perfect time to bring up the truth.
That's stupid. You said a stupid thing. That's a stupid thing you've said, and I'm angry.
Okay. He's going to socially distance himself from you because he's kind of like negative press is good press for him right now, and like you're kind of smothering the vibe to him. Whether this is a victory or defeat is clearly subjective here, but he wants to relish it.
Yeah, as he tries to withdraw, Archie's gonna like grab his cuff and like as a like last ditch be like, Mordred, whatever success you think you're having now, I'm telling you you're not. listen to me. We can get you out of this. We can ameliorate the situation if you listen to me.
I think he just coldly looks at you and says, "Get your hand off me."
And like a veil going over Archie's face, that like affable be like, "Yes, my lord."
Yeah. And the cacophony of the brouhaha brewing is like raises a few decibels from the conversation as it just turns into a mess. Kedwalla, what are you thinking?
I mean, it looks like there's about to be a brawl, right?
Yeah. Like nobody has had any time to review any facts of the situation, right? In the case and the books and the things that they have here, right?
I mean, Cadwell is going to do whatever is expected of her as a roundtable knight to prevent a bloodbath at Easter feast.
Yeah,
or violence at least.
And,
so
right. So again, the implications of this, by the way, is multifold. For starters, the implication is that Arthur has slept with his half sister.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep,
that would be one,
right? And so Mordred admitting that he's a product of incest is actually like a huge problem.
Yeah. This is horribly thought through on Mordred's part.
Yeah.
This is so poorly thought through.
Yeah. Right. So rather than solving the issue with decisive action, he has probably struck a fractious blow to the kingdom. Now everybody has to respond to him. So obviously he's going to get dismissed, or he's going to politely leave. He doesn't want violence. But yeah.
Is the feast canceled?
The feast is canceled. Yeah.
The feast is canceled. Oh.
Yeah, there's no really there's no recovering the vibes after this.
Fuck.
No. Okay.
So
fuck.
That's the round.
All right. Feast canceled. Mordred leaves.
Yeah.
Fucking one round feast.
The evidence that Mordred produces, though, the veracity needs to be tested. But what it does show does conclusively prove, and they're including testimonials of sort of like the priest who did the baptisms and the basically the testimonies of his late mom.
Where's Mordred located sort of geographically? What's
he's in Orkney.
His domain? He's up in Orkney, right?
Yeah, he's the youngest Orkney technically.
Mm-hmm.
Not anymore. He's the youngest living Pendragon. If you were to believe him.
Does Arthur have anything to say about it? Like, because I'm assuming we stick around for a few days in Camelot while this is all like hashed out and they look at the documents.
Yeah. The ultimatum that Arthur kind of gives is actually directed at Gawain and Agravain and the Orkney boys to be like, get your kid in line and come back to me about what's going on here, right? Like he trusts them. He's like, if anybody, they are what sucks for them is that every single one of those guys had to immediately test to determine whether or not the love of loyalty of Arthur versus love of family comes first. Right. And they all, and unfortunately, they all went to Mordred.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Hang on. And because of that decision, Arthur is like, fine, figure it out. Come back to me. I understand. Look, I look, I mean, he doesn't make as light of a comment as I would make about like, listen, I would also jump to the defense of my family if it was my family, right? I won't, I don't begrudge you on this, but
okay.
You're in charge. But he frames it as you're in charge of protecting Mordred during this time. To see this through. So you're charged with his safety. Which,
like, the first thing that Archie does when he gets back to his seat is grab his marshal squire and be like, get me the lists. Get me the most updated information we have about how many knights, men-at-arms, squires there are in Logos right now.
Yeah.
I'm like planning. This is like immediately planning apocalypse. Like, what happens if the worst happens and we get a civil war out of this? Like, if Orkney completes what it's been doing for fucking years of slowly sliding away from the throne with their obstreperous kind of insular attitude.
It's brutal. Because Mordred has always been kind of like borderline slanderous, right?
Yeah, but he's the youngest. I don't feel like a lot of people really took him seriously, and that's probably what makes this such a big blow, because in a sense he came correct, right? He came with the receipts and the paperwork, and we're going to try and figure out what if that's real or not, and there are plenty of people who are going to say it's false regardless. But like, oof, worst way to step on stage, my dude.
Yeah, pretty much.
A lot more people know your name than you want.
Extremely so.
All right.
Well, when you this is a fun fact for dramatic irony, is that the person in charge of who was supposed to speak next at the feast was the announcement of Percival and a discovery that Percival has made.
Really?
So, yeah. So, oh well, I guess that'll happen later on.
Percival.
Does Percival's announcement start with a G?
Yep.
And is it 2 words and the second word is a Q?
No Q, unfortunately.
Okay.
But yep.
Cool.
Yeah. So that we leave the feast with that little note of the order of operations, with Percival being next on the floor of the feast hall. So so you're dealing with your martial squires. Yeah, everybody's getting a count for arms. It's kind of the gist of the situation here. Now, Cadwalla, you're already kind of prepped with your own set of arms and ready to go to the continent.
Yeah. I was going to use the Sarum tourney to see if anybody wanted to join her, like any of the what are the round table knights who haven't really had a chance to experience combat. Or
you had probably like 5 or 6 knights come to you, like ready to be like, hey man, this sounds like a great idea, and one by one they have come by and told you like, hey man, regrettably, King Mark needs me, King Holster needs me, like I can't leave it, I can't go to the continent like this.
Yeah, Archie's gonna swing by Cadwalla's place and be like,
but
I would never presume to tell you what to do or suggest course of action, but do you think it's, given the circumstances, it's wise to leave the country?
Mordred just doesn't want to cancel. Not wise to leave the country. What is the King of Wessex have to say? Because if the King of Wessex is like, hey, don't leave, then Cadwalla won't, because that's her immediate liege lord, I think.
Yeah.
Right. She holds the Isle of Wight for him. I think it's more like well, we had promised your father-in-law, and I have
and I'm like, look, we can
soldiers she rounded up. There's others who are expecting their
we can hire mercenaries. Our coffers can withstand this, but it may be that you yourself perhaps should not go.
Yeah, that's true.
Trust me,
put one of her household knights in charge of the
thing I want to do also is leave the country, just to be clear. I've never wanted to visit my father-in-law more.
So, I think I know how I want King Godwin to respond to you, if that's cool.
Yeah.
About your requests.
Yeah.
He's going to give you permission to go if you feel that's what's best, but he's going to offer you a different quest as well, one that perhaps would be better. He's been having a lot of thought about the situation, right? And where things should fold with Mordred, and he thinks the answer that could solve a lot of problems here is, what if you found Lancelot instead and let Lancelot judge the veracity of Mordred's claim?
It would be helpful if we had our best with us. And I don't think Cadwell has told anyone that she recognized Lancelot. Perhaps it would be wiser if we were all reunited. I will send a lieutenant instead, so that my agreement with Frisia is maintained. Not like to see them raid our shores because we broke our promises to them. And so she'll the whatever the foot soldiers, just like grunts that she'd managed to attract, she'll send them with one of her household knights, so that at least some we you might not be getting round table knights, but not getting nothing. And then see what I can do to find Lancelot.
Great.
And then she'll immediately head to Winterborn Gunnet. You're like, I know where Lancelot is.
Right.
I'm not going to ask how long you've known. I'm not going to ask that, kind of honor. I'm not going to ask that.
You're not going to ask. All right, you don't want to know. Fine. I know, or at least I knew. Do not know if he's still there. But I know a place to start looking for him.
Excellent. I'll have my squire get Peas Blossom ready.
Yeah, I think this is a small, I don't think this is bring the entire retinue kind of thing. I think this is I think it's just us and
our squires. That's what Archie's gonna suggest. Travel light as we can. Obviously you bring your squire because you don't want to have to set up your own tent, but other than that,
obviously.
Yeah, one of those massive pavilions. You don't want to do that yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tent size hasn't changed, just the entourage.
Yeah. So I think I'll bring them, and then I'll bring my Houndmaster. Because I think we're probably gonna need dogs. If we're looking for someone.
Gotta have dogs, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Winterborn Gunnet. I don't know how to hunt, so I'm leaving this part to you. If I lead the expedition, we'll somehow end up in Frisia. So
yeah. All right. Huel is the name of my master of hounds.
Oh yeah.
We'll bring Mayhem, Artemis, and Pollux. I did name my dogs, not my
hell
horses,
yeah. Wait, what?
Yes.
All right.
Easier to name dogs. I just and they're less likely to die. You don't get so attached to them. Come horse.
Okay. So this summer we're gonna head off and look for Arthur with the pack. Yeah. I don't think you need to make a hunting test. I feel like just the whole setup and going back to hey, where was this robber this time ago, and reverse engineering from there. That's kind of the real lead, right? The bandit that you seek hasn't been heard since the winter. However, since the spring, a knight has taken up on a nearby isle willing to challenge anybody to a tilt, and they have never been beaten. Their name is the Le Xavier, Le Xavier Malfait.
So an undefeated knight, mysterious knight, recently moved in. Sounds like our boy.
Yeah.
Paula, do you think that this chevalier knows where Lancelot is?
Perhaps. I'm hoping it is Lancelot.
Yeah.
What? No, this is the Chevalier Malbec. It's a totally different name. Come on, get well on.
Like, certainly the Black Knight of the Born. What's your alternate?
Oh yeah, the Knight of Black Waters.
The Knight of Black Waters. Yes, perhaps the Knight of Black Waters is in his retinue. Yes. Well, let's go find this knight, the Chevalier Malfait.
Cool. So, where you're going, is called the Joyous Castle.
Oh no. Okay.
Ooh, is it spelled
sounds bad.
EOUX?
No.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. That's... All right.
Joyous Castle.
Yeah, it's on Joyous Isle, which is where this knight has taken residence. So
this is pretty, in the Midlands, or where are we at in terms of
this is the Midlands. This is famous because that this is where Lady Elaine, the mother of quote unquote Lancelot's kids, have gone. This is the do you remember the stuff with Guinevere and Lancelot and their her cousin Elaine?
Yes.
Yeah. It's this stuff. It's those people.
Okay.
These are Guinevere's other cousins.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey.
Yeah, it's like, we know this place. We've heard of this place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. To a helmeted down knight wearing shimmering silver armor blocks the passage across the stony bridge to the island as the gentle fog kind of rolls over the water. And they call out hail to you and your retinues. They only lift up their helmet enough to get their voice out where you can't see their eyes.
Yeah. I'll say, hail, Sir Knight. We are here on quest looking for Lancelot of the Round Table.
Lancelot du Lac?
Yes. Same. We have heard rumor that there is someone here, a knight, challenging all comers to joust. Perhaps you have had a chance to cross lances with him.
I believe
heard something.
I have not, fair knights. I believe I would remember having the honor to fight Lancelot du Lac. I am merely Le Chevalier Malfait.
Lancelot, so what?
Yeah, right.
Hark.
That was worth a try.
Yes. Is there anything about his voice that's familiar?
No, he's throwing his voice. This is like a Clark Kent situation for sure.
Yeah. Let's see. We've ridden far. Perhaps we could take advantage of your hospitality. Stay the night.
I'm afraid my hospitality comes with a condition. I'm sworn to protect a fair maiden.
Well, we're married, so
yes.
Oh, in that case,
they have nothing to fear from. She has nothing to fear from us.
I wish I could take you at your word, fair knights.
That's fair.
Many
sign of the times.
Many say, yeah, many say one thing, but are another.
Perhaps we can prove our honor to you.
I would accept the truth that comes at the point of a lance.
Ah, that one.
Yeah. Very well.
So, yeah.
Archie's like really trying to have fun and is like really failing. He's like he's been in a horrible mood since the Easter feast. And you know, having fun is his thing. He hates not having fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Where should we tilt? Chevalier Malfet.
Cross this bridge with me.
Take him up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So one at a time or both same time. What's your preference here?
I'll give it to your choice.
Yeah. Archie just looks over at Cadwell and is like, I'll go first, try and get him tired from kicking my ass.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my god.
I mean, if you want,
pull his shoulder unseating me.
Yeah. I don't want you to hurt yourself.
I don't want to hurt myself either, Cadwella, if we're being honest.
Yeah. If Archie wants to, then Kidwell will let him go first. But
absolutely,
yeah.
Archie wants to get this out of the fucking way.
Okay. Yeah.
I was gonna just do it for both of us,
which is wonderful. Can you go ahead and make an awareness test for me, Archie, as you go past the parapets of the castle?
Yeah,
you know, you do that kind of like
awareness. So
all right, beautiful.
Which shouldn't be the case.
Should not have a 0. That doesn't seem.
I should not have a 0. I swear to.
I have a minimum of 5.
Okay, well, I still failed it with a minimum 5.
Okay.
I thought I would have inherited some from, because you get some percentage of, well, whatever. We'll call it a 5 and still failed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, then you don't recognize the two lovers in the window above you. Perhaps you're too focused on the current situation.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Okay. Let's go ahead and tilt.
Okay.
There's a pretty like clean flat area for this.
Archie is gonna invoke Loyalty Lord for this, because like we are here to find Lancelot to help the fucking kingdom from splitting over this issue.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a +10 because it's notable, right? I can remind myself of the new.
Yeah.
You have a famous passion.
Famous passion.
It'd be +10 on a crit.
On a crit. Okay.
So
right. Okay.
So it's probably just +5.
Just +5.
Yeah, +5. Inspired, not impassioned.
Oh, yeah. I forgot Archie is like the best at lancing of his whole family. I don't think anyone else got above like a 16.
All right. The Chevalier will not be calling on a passion, but he will ask as you get ready to tilt. What was the news on Camelot this year?
Oh,
ask Archie or both of us.
It'd be Archie first because he's tilting against.
Yeah. The question of secession has come to, well, the point of a lance, it seems. The Orkneys, you know how they are, don't you?
No, he says.
No,
what?
No,
Tell
you
me.
don't, of course.
No, what have they done?
Oh God. Well, do you remember the squirrely one, Mordred?
Can't say I have the honor.
Well, now all of Vulgaris knows him. And he's made some bold claims. Really extraordinary stuff. Thing is, if true, could be a problem. Could split the kingdom. If untrue, not exactly sure. If it's better, but we need Lancelot to verify truth and untruth as it pertains to little Mordred's claim. So here we are, looking for him.
And perhaps I've not been forthcoming with you. I have met and known this Mordred. But I cannot say any more, for I've taken a vow.
You take those vows, yes. Could you write it, maybe? So, no.
Once I'm released of said vow.
Let me guess. Released from the vow, someone beat you on Lance, or is this one of those sorts of vows?
No, it is the one you speak. He says, so it's Mordred who hasn't vowed.
You made a vow to Mordred?
Aye.
Who does that? I mean, sorry. So he could release you from your vow, certainly. So whoever you are, definitely not Lancelot. If you came with us to meet with Mordred, as we probably planned, saw this whole business at once.
Regretfully, my duty here is to protect my maiden.
They can come with. That's fine. Right.
We do. Right. Oh, we shall discuss this more after our first round. You seem like a very competent knight. We shall be sparring off for this whole morning.
Well, that's me, Sir Archibald the Competent.
All right. So Le Chevalier has a pretty decent lance score.
Yeah.
A 40. So
there you go.
Yeah, so it's pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty okay. Ooh.
You know that like fencers disarm where you circle around and like flip the sword out of it. He does that with the fucking lance at a full ride.
He also has the talent that he actually withholds his blow, so you don't actually take any damage.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Man, fuck this guy. If you're gonna embarrass me.
I know, right? But no, he doesn't.
It's almost worse.
Yeah. And he says, don't take it personally.
Why would I?
Kidwalla, be your turn to go against the Chevalier.
Yeah.
Archie rides up next to Kidwalla's like, I don't think he's tired. I don't think that tired him out at all.
No, it's up to you, big one.
Yeah.
I don't think I tired him out. Oh my god. Yeah, you're like hunched over limping. It's like, I think... Yeah, you barely even did a round.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Oh. So,
so can you make an awareness test for me first?
Yeah.
Similar thing about the castle and who's watching what's unfolding.
No, it's too
focused
busy
on
watching
sizing up Le Chevalier. Yeah.
Looks suspiciously skilled. All right. So if he rolls a 1 and I rolled a 20, we'll tie.
I like those odds.
I'm not calling on a passion. I just,
Sure.
we're here to learn. Either way, we're going to learn something.
Well, I think a crit versus a crit would mean that it's a kind of a tie where like,
yeah,
technically he kind of gets the upper end on you, but like it's inconclusive, so you would go again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to call this one. But there would be, if I called on a passion and I got impassioned, then I'd have like a 31 instead of a 21. That might do.
Right.
Yeah.
But and then if I lose, I'd go mad again.
Yeah. All in the game.
It's moments like these that you can appreciate the design lineage from Pendragon to like Call of Cthulhu in the Chaosium. It's like, here we are up against this unbeatable entity, and if we lose, we might go mad and
yeah go crazy.
Lancelot as a Lovecraftian entity is an interesting.
Jaster. Yeah. So Kate Wall is tilted against some of the best knights and lost to some of the best knights, right? She's lost to Gawain and some others. Does she learn anything about her opponent?
Oh yeah,
this exchange.
This person, I mean, I think this is probably true for both of you, that there is without a doubt in your brain that this person is indeed Lancelot.
Yeah.
No one can tilt this good.
Yeah.
This mystery knight tilts as good as Lancelot. Exactly the same. Do you think Lancelot taught him? Is that?
I think he is Lancelot.
No, there was one. Oh, sorry.
No, there is. It's Chevalier de. I don't know what you don't get about this guy. Well, there could names.
It could. There is a dark horse. It could be there is a second theory. There could be a second shooter. It could be Tristram.
It could be Tristram. Yeah.
Could be Tristram.
It could be Tristram. It could be like Galahad. You know. It could come some of the prodigy lancers in the kingdom.
Yeah.
So maybe that's how Kidwall, after they go, it's like there's only a handful of lancers in the country, in the kingdom, that can ride and tilt as skillfully as you, Sir Knight. One of them I have known all my life, my father's friend, Lancelot. The other I owe a joust with, Sir Tristram. I think that if that was you in there, Tristram, you would have said something. She gives like a smirk. And perhaps some of the younger ones, Galahad, comes to mind. And she's just trying to just poke at his vow. Like, does anything come off? Did he like a tilt of a head or
the Chevalier stands stoically as you try to guess what's under the mask. But what breaks the tense situation here and the accusations is a shout from the window that you failed to observe who's in there. And that's when you hear that Tristram's voice shout and be like, so when you accuse him, the Chevalier of being Tristram and watching is like, and so then Tristram calls from the high tower cheap seats being like, and give up this great view of watching you get kicked on your butt. You kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Never.
Never.
So he says, "Oh, my dear friend and Chevalier, I believe we shall end this ruse." And there's kind of like a slouch of the posture as the helmet comes up, and it's Lancelot as he takes it off.
Yeah.
Archie's sitting there like, you didn't knock her off a horse. You're just ending it before that.
Stop trying to hurt us.
As Tristram and Lady Queen Isolde both come out of the tower, obviously properly dressed here, and they go, "Oh, sorry, yeah, I probably should have." Clearly, this is a dig, if you don't recall, from literally 6 months ago, where you denied them a place to stay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Now you get it immediately. Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Make the subtext the text here. So you're right. I could have.
Wonderful. I hope you're lovely and happy.
Yeah.
You have a squire or someone to come pick up my teeth?
Yeah.
Oh, believe it or not, I found this guy out eating berries in the middle of the woods, pointing over to Sir Lancelot. Yeah, he grew a beard too. Do you believe it? He's clean shaven and looks exactly like, your Adonis-y. Lancelot looks now. He can grow a beard. It's hideous. Is what he says.
It's all patchy.
Wow. Yeah. So you've seen it. You've seen his patchy beard before as well.
I've seen that face. I've seen him. And that's when Kidwell will reveal where she's, like, why she came looking out here for him. Where I've seen you
I too have woken up naked on a beach in Ibiza.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I spent 11 days with bandits, just
yeah,
because
awesome.
My heart was broken.
Yeah. So sick.
So all right. So Lancelot's like keeping them protected. The queen was the fair maiden that was vowing to protect. Like Isolde.
Yeah. So no, actually, it's Lady Elaine.
Another fair maiden.
Yeah.
Lady Elaine.
This is Lady Elaine's castle, and as well as the son of Lancelot here.
Yeah.
So they're hanging out, and there's space here. So Tristram kind of got away, and him and Isolde came up here, kind of breaking off ties a little bit from King Mark, saying they had some duties and stuff to
all that good stuff. They're a little
reconvened here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oy.
Can I count on you two's discretion?
Ooh,
frankly, you can.
18 honest. As long as they don't ask me.
Yeah. So, Archie's like, I can say honestly, this is no longer the important thing in Logres right now.
That's true.
I'm not even sure who would care if I told them about this. I don't mean that just as a dig at you, Tristram, but also the state of the kingdom is, well, it's pretty shit, actually.
Yes, Mordred announced his findings, a testimonial revealing his rightful parentage.
Alleged.
Well, we were there for when they examined the documents, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm assuming that kid was like, I think it's if it wasn't, why would it cause such a fuss? Like, so, Arthur would just be like, it's not. He knows.
Yeah,
the king knows.
So I think the testimony and things that you probably would have picked up on from here is kind of hinges on the testimony of a priest, as most things do.
Yeah.
And the priest has a witness as well, a knight, that is non-named.
Okay. I thought it was the bishop. Was it a bishop?
Sorry,
or just a
priest,
regular priest?
A bishop. Oh, sorry, it's
okay.
A big name bishop, which is why that holds such credence and it's called such a
right. Yeah, that's right. That's what Kim was like. It's a bishop, like, So basically, we'll lay it all out for them.
It's the monastery. Yeah, it's the monastery where Mordred was born, right? And based on the consequences, right?
Gotcha. So, the kingdom is in need of steady hands. There is a tension. They canceled Easter
right before the eel pasties. It was fucking tragic.
Yeah, it's a tragedy. Percival didn't get to speak.
There's a Tristram will put the hand on Lancelot's shoulder, knowing the lamentability of no one having eel pasties. That is a deep pang.
It's a deep,
we all feel that loss.
We do. Your presence is sorely missed. She's speaking to Lancelot now.
Is it? I'm sure Arthur. Do you speak for Arthur or yourself?
I speak for myself and your fellow knights of the Round Table. I know not Arthur's mind, but he seems distraught.
What if Guinevere's?
Arthur sometimes does not know Arthur's mind, I've come to see.
Yeah, how is the queen? like Cadwalla doesn't have his like the access that Gorthron would have, but you know she's at feasts too, right?
I mean, yeah, Lancelot is obviously a persona non grata to Guinevere, right?
Mm.
Effectively, so Lancelot won't explain this to you because he has too much of a high thing. But if you recount, there was the queen caught him in the bed of her cousin,
right?
And while not like in flagrante or anything like that, but still enough to be like, you know, she's done with him, and that's
a kid with her,
why,
right?
Yeah,
I don't think we know that, but just like I thought it's kind of come out like
yeah,
you know, like a metagame sense kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think the queen would appreciate your presence, but someone has to be there. Someone has to help keep things from boiling over. And as she's talking about it, she's like, maybe it isn't Lancelot, but at the same time, like Lancelot's presence would, at the very least, whatever side he chooses to back has Lancelot, right?
What's more important, Cadwalla? Love or duty?
Duty flows from love. Love is more important.
You? Pointing to Archie.
Yeah, Archie, like, I think when Cadwalla says that, Archie kind of does not like a huge double take, but is like, oh, we actually don't agree on this. And Archie's like, duty. One's love is singular. One's duty is to the whole kingdom. There are scales where that may weigh equally, but not in my heart.
Yeah, I think that's news to Cadwalla as well.
Yeah. So he doesn't. Yeah. So Lancelot is letting you see a little bit inside his dome, you know, when he asks this type of question.
Mm.
I love my king, and I love my queen, but to be around them causes pain and heartbreak and tension. Due to a tragedy. Feel my presence only makes things worse. You come to me, get bullied by me on the tilts. You say that Camelot needs me.
No. Logris needs you. You're far beyond the mere walls of Camelot with this. Eyes from every county look to this. Look to the Orkneys, to the Pendragons. Look to which side they might have to stand with. There cannot be sides, Lancelot, not on this. Not if Logris is to survive. There cannot be sides.
Follow your heart, says Tristram to Lancelot. If love, what's the point of duty without love? And so there's two people saying love and one person saying duty to him. And yeah, like basically, this is the second part though that I'm trying to point out here is that Tristram also kind of says "fuck Camelot," you know. That's why he's here for obvious reasons.
Well, yeah, I figured Tristram has always been a bit of a "fuck Camelot" kind of guy. Like he's always worn that attitude on his sleeve. Yeah, no,
a little bit, but like, yeah, he's always been kind of like the people's champion, you know. he says it like it is.
Yeah,
but he's also been
mostly
an
because of his
outsider.
beefs with King Mark, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah,
exactly. Basically, he doesn't get it. He gets bullied all the time. When he just wants to be accepted.
Yeah.
And basic and like, you know, yeah, he basically has a love that can never be officially recognized while King Mark's alive. So
Yeah.
he's choosing that love over everything else. And you see that here on display.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not responsible for the world. You're responsible for the ones you hold in your heart. That is your world. And Lancelot's going to say, I'm going to have to think about it.
Yes.
You were, and he looks specifically to Archie, like when he says that.
All right. Yeah, I think that perhaps Cadwala's like, I don't know that I'm not sure that it is a good idea. Like, he is right. He's contentious, you know. And while his skill at arms would be valuable to whatever side he weighs in on, like he could easily set off something just by showing up.
He's an Orkney. Mordred is an Orkney.
Yes.
For some reason, that little shit has the other Orkneys lining up behind him.
They've always been.
If someone as contentious as Lancelot comes back, reins Mordred in for Camelot, how could that do anything but build bridges?
Can he rein in Mordred? Is anyone capable of reining in Arthur? Why would anyone be capable of reining in one of his sons?
One way or the other, Lancelot could rein in Mordred. And at this, you hear Gareth's voice seeping through.
Yeah.
Like the stories of the Winterborn Gunnet from the Anarchy, you hear that in the normally gregarious, affable Archie basically saying he could kill him.
Yeah. You could. Well,
you'll have my answer at Christmas.
Christmas. Very well. Can we stay the night?
Oh yeah,
it's dark
course,
soon.
Yeah.
It'll be dark soon.
Yeah. Let's see if we still have some eel pasties.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, I think yeah. Go ahead.
Archie's like, I have things to attend to in Logris. Hospitality you offered is received gratefully, and no doubt in the spirit it was intended, but I cannot avail myself of that. Cadwalla, I shall see you later.
Yes.
And Lancelot, I shall look to Christmas. And Archie's going to ride off.
What's your intentions for the remainder of the year? Because I think we might just go to the winter phase at the end of this.
Archie is going to assume that Lancelot is not coming. And Archie is going to
make plans.
Yep. And enter Gareth mode.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need to come up with like the, operation, entire battle plan here, but like, what's the 30,000 foot level? What's this kind of looking like?
There are two questions that Archie is going to want to try and answer. The first is who benefits from Mordred expressing this claim, right? What more local or more regional powers might not care about the truth of it, but like could benefit and would therefore probably fall to the side of Mordred from him pressing his claim in this. That's number one. And number two is, where is Mordred's base? right? Of those who might back him, who's the strongest? Like, is it the other Orkneys? Is it someone else? Is it some enemy of Arthur? That kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, I think Archie wants to know, balls to the wall, like left or right, what everyone's going to choose before they choose.
Okay, here's a question for you then, because this will determine how far you get on this project. Are you sort of like the Batman in the Justice League, where you have you keep tabs on your fellow knights and know their
100%.
secrets? You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
And from his youth, he always had the ability to, like, I mean, Generous has never been like below 17.
Yeah.
And his general affability has always meant that he gets that those little private moments with people. And I think it's something that in his youth was just kind of a reflex and natural, and he never really took advantage of it. He's 35 now, though. He's a marshal. He's a baron. He's known what's at his disposal for a while. I think this is the most overtly and ruthlessly he's ever deployed that social skill of his.
Sure. Wow. Yep. Okay. So then there's quite a lot to go over. Yeah, so you're gonna. So the people who would be most kind of sympathetic to Mordred are going to be anyone who can frankly gain land from Wales for a start, right?
Yep.
Those are the easy ones. But then you're dealing with the actual like political part, right? Of the, who would benefit. Like who are the fence sitters versus who are the people who could actually like really help?
Yeah, in
or
a sense,
ideologically aligned.
Yeah, in a sense, those are the two kind of categories that Archie's interested in. Who has a material interest, and therefore, if the material interest evaporated or were satisfied ahead of time, might not be an interest anymore. And those who are ideologically interested and therefore aren't likely to be swayed by any kind of real politic.
Yeah. Well, I'll make a note of that and give that to you for the start of next session. I'll flesh it out for you, because I feel like that's more than just you can do in this. We can say that you're doing the mise en place and getting everything set up. This part.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So then, let's go to the winter phase. And I will say, during this Christmas, Lancelot will show. So we'll start next session with that as well.
Ooh. We get any glory for the Joyous Castle? I know we lost to him, but like
you get whatever you rolled.
Okay.
So 18 glory and 9 glory.
Okay.
It's an honor to get brushed under the boot of Lancelot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lancelot is at the Joyous Castle.
Oh, shit. I'm so sorry. There's definitely another part of the story Tristram should have mentioned to you during this time. So I'm sorry, I have the slight retcon. Tristram did not just find Lancelot. Lancelot was actually found by Percival. And Percival found him basically hurt and dying of exposure and brought him back with a cup. Or at least that's what, at least that's what Lancelot was saying, is that he brought him back.
Fun.
Yeah.
Up, you say.
So, yeah. So he didn't shave him, but yeah. So,
okay. We love to see it.
Yeah. Oh. Yep. So Percival's going like he's like I'm surprised you didn't hear about like I'm surprised he didn't bring it up, but given the circumstances, maybe not. Yeah, I'm sure he was going to talk about this Grail. Yeah, so Tristram knows about it, but like whatever. It's a distraction, from the things going on.
Okay. He's got a magic cup. He's got a Grail.
Yeah, I know. It's got a regenerative cup. I wonder if that's the cauldron. It's like what he says, right?
We've been looking for all kinds of those lost treasures.
Yeah, whether that's the cauldron or if that's the or some whatever. It's going to get religious people in a frenzy.
So he revived you and then left. Like I'm assuming this Kidwell has stayed at least a night.
Yeah,
it was like, and then he left.
Yeah. Yep. Sir Ector will also attest. It was Parzival and Sir Ector.
Percival and Sir Ector.
Yeah. Yeah. They came here to. Yeah.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah. So it's definitely a thing.
Something's afoot.
Yeah.
All right. What do we got? I'm like 2 away from getting chivalry bonus. I don't think I'm going to get it this year.
Yeah. All right. I think it's time. Did I bring you over to the winter phase?
Yeah.
There are checks.
I don't have any.
Definitely become more trusting.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Oh, crit energetic, but that's not
enough, no. Very low.
It's good to be back.
You have all these warships and you're supposed to go to Frisia, and then things just keep coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious how the people I sent over there did. Well, I should be waiting back for them. Tell me all about it.
God damn. I can't advance my weapon skills naturally to save my fucking life.
Not happening. Stays the same. This was the other two.
At least awareness goes in.
Good. All right. So from mine, I just think religion, play, falconry, those all went up. Aging. Nice. It's very good.
It's the first year of aging rules for Archie. Hey, look at that.
0. Nice. No aging penalties.
How perfect is it? He turns 35 when this shit kicks off. Like, if anything's going to cause aging rules, it's a succession crisis and Lancelot being Lancelot.
Yep.
Right.
Very true.
Yeah, oops.
Well, we live in interesting times.
Member survival. I don't think I have anyone left I really roll for household.
Like, I think mine too.
We're old enough.
Yeah, she's fine. Yvain and Yvette are 11 now. So Yvain is now a page.
Yeah.
And Garrett is a page, has been a page for 1 year.
Yeah, all of my children and grandchildren, because I've got a group that are all clustered. We got like 4 that are clustered around they're like aged 9 to 12. So they're all pages. They're not relevant for them anymore. Just the husband. He's doing good. And then Econ.
It's Econ. So it's a base 15 this year. Right. Let's get ready to do Concern of Peasants.
Stewardship first, right?
Well, no. First it's Justice.
Justice.
All right. This first one's up is for Winterborn Gunnet. A childhood friend who's convincing challenges a poor farmer who's infuriated. Their dispute is about, I simply do not like them.
Nice.
I think it's so refreshing for Archie to be like, no pretense, not dragging anyone else into this. It's just 2 people who fucking hate each other coming to me. Perfect.
Yeah. Nice and simple.
All right. Just nice.
Flash R. And 13 beats it, so you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Over in Chalderton country, a rich young widow challenges a poor old widow. Their dispute is about petty theft over a baby bird.
All right. Someone's rescuing birds. They have a 10.
They got a 9 out of 10, so they pass. You have to pass and be.
A fumble
of the justice.
It's a miscarriage of justice.
Oh no!
Kidwell's like, split the bird in half.
We're all eating bird today.
Yeah. She just cuts it in half herself. What does that do? That's not good for the
hatred. I think hatred goes up.
Hatred automatically goes up.
Yeah. Your hatred definitely will be going up.
Okay.
And now you test concern of commoners.
Right.
Yeah, this goes.
Bonus.
Well, it's not a fail.
Yeah.
Phil said it's just a 0.
Son of a bitch. At least it's not a fumble.
Yeah. How much does your hatred go up by?
Go up by 2.
So it's only 4.
That's fine.
And 5 when it really starts to become a problem.
Yeah.
Or like there starts to be like rumbles of it.
I've got hatred landlord of 5. I had it at 6, but I also have love of landlord at
6.
Cancels.
Yeah.
So that I'm a very divisive figure.
Yeah. Landlords, think about it. I mean, if you think about it, landlords really are the most oppressed class in this whole game.
Easily, right?
Who else gets a hatred of landlords? Against them. All right. I play a Saxon landlord. Like everybody goes
just pissed off at him.
All right. Winterborn Gunnet, your misfortunes rolling against a 17. All right, I got a 16, so you're on hard mode this year.
Oh yeah.
And
in fact, I need to
against
crit
11
because stewardship. Wait, didn't I hire a steward? I keep forgetting to hire a new steward. I definitely do.
This is versus stewardship. Stewardship versus stewardship.
Not
very good.
Not happening.
Our stewards are not on it this year.
Really, I was the steward this time. I'm going to hire a steward. I'm like putting the ads out because Archie's been stewarding his own place for a while, and it's because like we had the amazing long-lived steward, and then his replacement died like within a year.
Yeah.
Wow. Looking at the record for Till's Head, the last time you had this situation come up where you failed to beat the misfortune in a past situation, the last time you were living as a poor knight, well, it's been a while indeed. It was 532.
Wow.
So you had like 15 years.
I mean, we got some reserves.
Like your entire kids. Yeah, your entire like the entire time your kids were being raised here. Literally no issues.
Just like good times. Yep, good times.
All right.
Something's wrong. Something curse.
Similar here. Starting issue is okay. So this will be 4. This would also be. And for you, Colin, the last time you had an impoverished situation in 543 when you fumbled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your streak was nowhere near. Prior to that though, you were doing pretty good. Okay. Oh, you know that in 546 also you were a poor knight. Yeah, don't worry about it this year.
Yeah, no, like I said, Archie's been doing this for a while and probably should not be.
Yeah. Okay. So that's going to cost you. Each of you is going to cost. It's going to cost you 16 quid just to keep up appearances.
Yeah.
Liras.
We got that kind of cash.
House industry.
Yeah.
I know we're going a little bit over time.
It's not good. No, not this year. Man, see how the Dovecote did.
Is this the one that this should be against 17?
D3.
Okay. Love that.
Crit.
Well, no.
Why is it loyalty of liege?
Remember my sheet is bugged.
So
I click the industry, which has a value of 17, and it instead rolls loyalty of liege. So that's a failure.
Yep. All right, that's fine. 0. Dovecote money.
Dovecote. Yeah, it's like the 2.
Nope. Oy. Yeah, really missing Gwern and Morgan. Those two. They made the early estate.
Weren't we just talking about how we shouldn't before this about how generals get all the credit? It's like knights. You're seneschal, or you're the person responsible for the household is actually the person who is responsible. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. How much money did we spend this year on Elven shit? By the way,
7. You spent 7.
73.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that tracks. It's an investment.
Someone please.
It's an investment.
Someone please help me with my budget.
Yeah. Weeping, explaining to your wife, it's an investment. It's an investment. To your Phrygian wife.
If we get 3 more people in our downline, it'll pay for itself.
Look, everyone wants elven horses. All right, you're Gunnet, Winterborn Gunnet, ending the year at 172. And Till's Head
72.
Till's Head ending the year at 281. We're pretty much, you all are just barely floating around even. The last 3 years, Till's Head, you were at 296, then 294, then 281. Winterborn Gunnet, Lord help you. You're 198, 220, 241, 172.
Yeah.
All over the place. Higher
again,
piece, yeah.
Again, I should not be doing this job.
We ball.
I should hire out.
Yeah, we ball. I love it. I love how taking care the two different perspectives of managing are on display. All right, that's econ. Stable family practice glory.
The training and practice.
Stable roles.
Oh, right, stable roles.
And then household member improvements.
Okay, I go. Let's do these in 2 tranches. So this is the existing horses. Okay, Peas Blossom is okay. Who's number 4? Son of Peas Blossom is definitely okay. And now these are 3 elven horses. Okay, they're all right. Or should I say the 3 other elven horses? Because technically Peas Blossom is an elvish horse.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Is if the name weren't given away.
Okay. And then I want one of you to roll this instead of me. I think it'd be more interesting. Which of you feels most in tune to the weather and events in the kingdom?
Day 19. I feel like I have a sense of the seasons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seasons.
All right. Colin, can you please roll me a d6? This is something to affect next year.
Okay.
Higher up the horse it is.
Oh, good.
Okay, you're good. All right. Then I'll just tell you now. Then you're hearing reports in around Frisia and stuff coming in that there's some sort of plague beginning to spread. It's called giving people yellow like marks and stuff.
Well, are we glad we didn't go to the continent Kadawala?
Yeah. People are calling it the yellow pestilence.
Yellow pestilence.
And for a while, you all are going to be rolling this every year to see spreads and whether there's outbreaks.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Pestilence in the land. These are good. Good.
But it hasn't reached the shores here yet, but it's just a matter of time.
Yeah. Staples.
Both of you also, I would mention, this is going to be the last year you get the full money from Ireland, as the wasteland has spread to Ireland.
Ooh.
Okay. Wow. All right.
So now it's actually going to materially affect you.
Oh, good. So I got a plague affecting my income from Frisia, wasteland affecting my income from Ireland.
Yep. It is all over Ulster County, so the northern parts of Ireland.
Yeah. What is, by the way, what is the name of my barony? Right, I'm Baron of
Meath.
Blank. Meath.
Yeah, like meat with an H at the end.
Okay. Got it.
Yep.
Got one.
It's kind of like the band between, if you look at it on a map, between like Kildare and Tipperary.
Gotcha. That's a long way there. I've heard.
I too have heard that. Hurrah. Okay.
One of my which one it was? One of my elf blood Andalusians had a kid special.
Oh, nice. Punnett Square. Is it 2 elves? Is it 2 elven horses or elf and a normie?
It's 2 elven horses.
Okay, so you have a 2 out of 4 chance. So on a 3 and a 4.
Okay.
Nope.
No,
it's a normal.
Just a normal. Nothing remarkable other than their already considerable parentage. What's next? No one's having kids anymore.
Yeah.
Household.
Also, yeah, the Elven Peddlers will definitely be coming back next year.
Nothing in there. Ellery Weatherwax. No.
Or, as an attaché.
Steward must have learned something. The Steward went up by 1.
That's good.
Something improvement. No family events. All right, training and practice.
I'm curious where you're going to put your points. No more attribute increases for either of you.
No more. I've been raising. Looks like.
I really do love
it. Sorry. Yeah. I'm going battle. I think Archie, in light of the events of the year, is like doing some doomsday prepping. And I think he's like, you know what? I'm Marshal of Salisbury. I need to bone up on this.
Very true.
Wow.
I'm gonna increase my mercy by 1. That puts me 1 away from the 1 away from the chivalry bonus.
You got to think, like, for your kids growing up in this game, all of them are like basically growing up being like, cool, Pax Thoriana, just tournaments, and everything's it's gonna be great. And then all of a sudden they're becoming pages and squires and like the world's falling apart. They're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the hell? Is this how this happens? Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I think Archie's going to spend some time with them when the very few times he interacts with his kids, unfortunately, because he's so fucking busy. But like he's gonna definitely do a lot of reading from the family chronicle.
Yeah, totally. And like think about the way you all were raised during the anarchy, right?
Yeah,
or like your parents. Like,
well, like Acewin was raised during the anarchy. I wasn't.
Yeah, that's
Archie.
True. Like,
remember Archie's Silver Spoon Archie?
Mm-hmm.
Totally, that's right. I completely Like and just like that, the generation has kind of like the semblance of what time perspective is lost again, and
the generational aspect of this game is so important. I think
100%.
Like just being able to look at the character you had and be like, who comes after that? How are they a reaction to the circumstances around them and their parents? Like they're always a reaction to the parents somehow.
You have to. It's part of it's what makes this game like a kind of a Greek tragedy, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like I think right now of the 4 kids, Garrett is absolutely going to turn out to be a little bit of an Acewin. That anxiety that she had of like, I've been handed this grand legacy to uphold, and now Garrett is a year into being a page and is watching the world slip towards chaos and is watching his father like working fucking magic to try and keep things together. And he's going to internalize that this is what it takes, that this is all the time, that this is how the legacy is kept, by burning yourself at both ends.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. 100%. That's so awesome. Such an astute observation. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah. So good.
All right.
Cool. So that will conclude this episode today.
Back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know, it's so good to be back. It's been so long.
Yeah.
All right. I know. I can't believe. Yeah, things are. I don't know. Like, I just want to keep playing. I don't want to jinx saying when we can play next, but I feel like if I don't say anything, we have a more high probability that things will happen, which is what I want. So,
Gotcha.
okay. So on that note, then let's get out of here. So thanks for hanging out with us today.